Most people think AI is just for work, for productivity, for business, but AI can be one of the most powerful tools for your spiritual growth, for self reflection, for healing, for understanding yourself at a deeper level. And if you're not using it this way, you're missing an incredible opportunity. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to use AI to accelerate your spiritual journey, deepen your self awareness, and create transformations that used to take years in just months. For the first time in human history, you have access to a tool that can mirror your thoughts back to you, that can help you see patterns you couldn't see on your own, that can ask you questions that unlock insights you didn't know you had. And most people are using AI to write emails and summarize articles, while completely missing its potential for inner work. I started experimenting with AI for spiritual growth 6 months ago, and it's changed everything. I use it for journaling prompts that go deeper than I could go alone, for reframing limiting beliefs, for exploring parts of myself I was avoiding, for getting clarity on decisions that felt impossible. And the insights I've gained have accelerated my growth in ways that surprise me every day. Here's what we're covering. First, why AI is uniquely suited for spiritual work and what makes it different from traditional methods. Second, the biggest mistake people make when using AI for personal growth and how to avoid it. And third, the 3 specific ways to use AI that will transform your spiritual practice and accelerate your self-awareness. Let's start with why AI is so powerful for spiritual growth. Traditional spiritual work requires either solitary reflection or working with a teacher, therapist, or guide. Solitary reflection is valuable, but you're limited by your own awareness. You can't see what you can't see. And working with a guide is powerful, but it's expensive, time-limited, and dependent on their availability and perspective. AI gives you something in between. It's like having a tireless spiritual companion who can ask you questions, reflect your thoughts back to you, help you see patterns, and guide you deeper. It's available 24/7. It doesn't judge you, it doesn't get tired of your questions, and it can help you explore perspectives you might not consider on your own. Here's what's actually happening. When you journal or meditate alone, you're working with your conscious mind, and your conscious mind has blind spots. It protects you from things you're not ready to see. It keeps you comfortable. But AI can gently push past those blind spots by asking questions you wouldn't ask yourself, by reframing things in ways you wouldn't think to reframe them, by helping you see what you've been avoiding. Think about it. When you're stuck in a limiting belief, your mind will keep reinforcing that belief. It'll find evidence for it, defend it, keep you safe inside it. But if you describe that belief to AI and ask it to help you explore it, suddenly you're seeing it from outside. You're examining it, questioning it, and that creates the space for transformation. Now, the biggest mistake people make is using AI passively. They ask surface level questions. They expect AI to give them answers, to tell them what to do. And AI can do that, but that's not where the real growth happens. The real growth happens when you use AI actively, as a mirror, as a thought partner, as a tool for self-discovery, not as an answer machine. Here's what passive use looks like. You ask AI, "How do I find my purpose?" and it gives you a list of tips. You read them, you feel inspired for a moment, and nothing changes. Because you didn't do the work, you consumed information. That's not transformation, that's entertainment. Here's what active use looks like. You tell AI, "I feel lost and don't know my purpose. Can you ask me questions that help me explore what actually matters to me?" And AI asks you deep questions. What moments in your life have felt most meaningful? When do you lose track of time? What would you do if money wasn't a factor? And through answering those questions, you discover things about yourself you didn't consciously know. That's transformation. That's active use. The difference is agency. Passive use makes AI the expert. Active use makes you the expert and AI the guide. And spiritual growth only happens when you're actively engaged in the process, when you're doing the inner work, not when you're consuming someone else's answers. Now, here are the 3 specific ways to use AI that will accelerate your spiritual growth and deepen your self-awareness. Practice number 1. Use AI as a journaling partner for deeper self-reflection. Journaling is one of the most powerful spiritual practices, but most people journal in circles. They write the same thoughts over and over. They don't go deep, they don't push past the surface. AI can change that by serving as an active journaling partner that asks you better questions and helps you go deeper. Here's how you do it. Instead of just writing in a journal, you have a conversation with AI. You share what you're thinking or feeling, and you ask AI to ask you questions that help you explore it deeper. Not to give you answers, to ask you questions. And as you answer those questions, you uncover insights you couldn't reach on your own. For example, you're feeling stuck. You tell AI, I feel stuck in my career and I don't know what to do. Instead of AI giving you career advice, you ask, can you ask me reflective questions that help me understand why I feel stuck? And AI might ask, what does stuck feel like in your body? When did you first start feeling this way? What would unstuck look like? What's one small thing that would feel like movement? And through answering, you gain clarity. I do this almost daily. I share what I'm wrestling with, and I ask AI to guide me deeper through questions. And the insights that emerge are profound, because I'm not consuming advice, I'm discovering my own truth through guided reflection. Practice number 2. Use AI to identify and reframe limiting beliefs. We all have limiting beliefs, stories we tell ourselves that keep us small. I'm not good enough. I'm not creative. I can't do that. Money is hard. Relationships are painful. These beliefs run in the background, shaping our reality, and we don't even see them. But AI can help you identify them and reframe them. Here's the process. You describe a pattern you're stuck in, a recurring problem, a fear that keeps showing up, and you ask AI, what belief might be underlying this pattern? AI can often spot beliefs you can't see because you're inside them. It reflects back possibilities. And once you see the belief clearly, you can examine it, question it, reframe it. Then you work with AI to create new beliefs. Not toxic positivity, real reframes based on truth. If your limiting belief is, I'm not good enough, the reframe isn't, I'm perfect. That's not believable. The reframe might be, I'm learning and growing. I'm enough as I am while still becoming more. And AI can help you craft reframes that feel true and empowering. I've used this to uncover beliefs I didn't know I had. I described my relationship with money, and AI asked, do you believe you have to choose between wealth and integrity? And I realized, yes, that's exactly what I believe. And that belief was keeping me broke. So I worked with AI to reframe it, and my relationship with money shifted. Practice number 3. Use AI for perspective shifting and shadow work. We all have parts of ourselves we reject, parts we're ashamed of, parts we hide. This is called shadow work, and it's essential for spiritual growth. But it's hard to do alone, because the parts you reject are the parts you can't see. AI can help you explore your shadow safely. Here's how. You describe a person or situation that triggers strong negative emotions, someone you judge harshly, someone who annoys you, and you ask AI, what might this person be reflecting back to me about myself? Because Jung said, what you most resist in others is what you most resist in yourself, and AI can help you explore that. Or you describe a behavior you're ashamed of, and instead of judging yourself, you ask AI to help you understand it compassionately. What need was I trying to meet? What was I protecting myself from? What can I learn from this? And through that exploration, you integrate the shadow. You stop fighting parts of yourself, and you become whole. I've used this with triggers. Every time someone annoys me intensely, I ask AI, what is this person showing me about myself that I don't want to see? And the answers are always uncomfortable, but they're also liberating. Because once I see the shadow, I can integrate it, and I stop projecting it onto others. Here's what I want you to understand. AI isn't replacing spiritual practice. It's enhancing it. It's giving you a tool to go deeper, faster, to see blind spots, to ask better questions, to explore shadow, to reframe beliefs, and to accelerate growth that used to take years, but only if you use it actively, as a partner in your inner work, not as an answer machine. We covered why AI is powerful for spiritual growth. It's an available, non-judgmental mirror that helps you see what you can't see alone. We identified the mistake to avoid, passive consumption instead of active exploration. And we walked through 3 practices. Use AI as a journaling partner for deeper reflection. Use it to identify and reframe limiting beliefs. And use it for perspective shifting and shadow work. This is new territory. We're the first generation with access to this tool for inner work. And it's powerful, but it requires intention. It requires you to use it consciously as a tool for self-discovery, not self-avoidance. And when you do that, the growth is extraordinary. So here's your practice for today. Open a conversation with AI, Share something you're struggling with and ask, "Can you ask me questions that help me explore this more deeply?" Then answer honestly. Follow where the questions lead and notice what insights emerge. You might be surprised by what you discover about yourself. Let me know in the comments, how are you going to use AI for your spiritual growth? What patterns do you want to explore? This is the beginning of a new kind of spiritual practice, and you're pioneering it. Welcome to using AI for inner work. This is where transformation accelerates.